Beaches terrify me now, not because of the water itself, but because of what happened one summer when I was 16. Before that, the shore was my favorite place on earth. My family had a beach house, and some of my best memories came from long weekends spent down there. That particular weekend was special. My friend Charles's parents were out of town, and he invited me and our friend Riley to stay at his family's beach house in LBI for a few days, completely unsupervised. Riley was a year older than us and had just gotten his license, so he drove. The entire ride down was spent laughing as he drifted between lanes and cursed at other drivers like he knew what he was doing. It felt like freedom. The house itself matters, so here's the quick layout. A front door, a garage connecting the front and backyard, a sliding glass door in the back, and an upstairs deck that wrapped around the rear bedrooms. There was also a spiral staircase from that deck that went straight down to the yard. And behind the house, a lagoon, a narrow channel of water with docks and homes lining the opposite side. That night, being 16 and dumb, our priorities were simple: alcohol, weed, and girls. After a few hours on Snapchat, we invited 3 girls over: Rosie, Alexa, and Sophie. Everything went exactly how you'd expect. Music playing, laughing too loud, passing joints around. Eventually, all 6 of us ended up in the backyard pool. It was heated, steam rising off the water, the bay breeze rolling through. At the time, it felt perfect. Until Charles suddenly turned the music all the way down. He wasn't smiling. He was staring past me, out toward the lagoon. I turned around, squinting into the darkness. At first, I didn't see anything, just vague outlines of houses across the water. One of the girls asked why he turned the music off. Charles whispered, "There's someone standing on the dock over there." I laughed. "People live here," I told him, but Charles shook his head. "That family's in Florida. They're not supposed to be there." The girls immediately got uncomfortable and asked to go inside. We all climbed out of the pool, drying off quickly. That's when Riley jumped and swore. We all turned back toward the lagoon. This time, I saw it. Movement. A passing car on the road briefly illuminated the docks, just enough. There were 4 tall silhouettes standing at the edge of the dock, facing us, not talking, not moving, just watching. Charles told us to go inside, now. As we rushed toward the sliding door, I heard something that still makes my stomach drop when I think about it. 4 splashes. One after another. They were swimming across the lagoon. Panic took over. The girls screamed as Riley slammed the sliding door shut and locked it. Charles ran to lock the front door, and we all crowded into the one room that wasn't visible from outside. We waited. Minutes passed. Nothing. Then Riley went pale. He forgot to lock the upstairs deck door. Before anyone could react, we heard quiet footsteps above us. None of us had weapons. We were drunk, high, and terrified, so we ran. Out the front door, into Riley's car. He peeled out so fast he destroyed Charles's mailbox. We called the police once we were far away. When we returned later with officers, the house had been ransacked. Everything valuable from the upstairs was gone. And worse, Charles's family's boat was missing. A Boston whaler. The police believed the thieves took it as their getaway vehicle. They never recovered it. They never caught anyone. That night changed me. I lock every door, every window, every time. And then an hour. And that's where the story ended. Or at least, that's what I thought. I never expected to revisit this story, but recently, I ran into Charles at a high school reunion we both happened to attend. I almost didn't go, my girlfriend convinced me, but the moment I walked in, I saw him talking to Riley. It was surreal, like stepping back into the past. Later that night, Charles asked if I wanted to grab a drink. Riley couldn't make it, so it was just the 2 of us at a dive bar, reminiscing. Somehow that night at the beach house came up, and Charles froze. He slapped the table and said, "I never told you what happened years later." What he told me next, I wrote down immediately. Charles's younger brother, Kieran, is 19 now. About a year ago, Kieran and 2 friends took the family's replacement boat out without permission, the one they bought after the insurance payout. They brought beer. They anchored near Carl Island, part of a wildlife refuge where you're not supposed to be at night. Their plan was to swim ashore and hang out. As the sun started setting, one of Kieran's friends noticed another boat anchored further down the beach. Kieran became convinced it was their old Boston whaler, the one that was stolen. They swam out to it to get a closer look, and according to Charles, Kieran was certain, same size, same layout. They wanted to take pictures, but left their phones on their boat. One friend suggested calling the police. Kieran refused. They were drinking, trespassing, and terrified of getting caught, so they swam back toward shore. That's when one of them noticed a man walking toward them. As soon as the boys turned around, the man picked up speed. He was holding a shovel. They ran. The man chased them, until suddenly stopping and running back toward the other boat. The boys escaped, following speed regulations as they left, unable to outrun anything in the dark. Kieran swore he heard another boat behind them. They didn't call the police. The next day, Kieran confessed everything to his parents. They reported it. Nothing came of it. Just like before. Charles didn't have answers. Why was the boat still there? Why anchor so close to shore? What was the man digging? Maybe the boat was altered. Maybe the island felt safe because it was restricted. Maybe the shovel meant nothing, or maybe it meant everything. Charles and I finished our drinks and went our separate ways. And once again, the story ended without closure. Except now, it felt bigger, and far more disturbing. The house itself matters, so here's the quick layout. A front door, a garage connecting the front and backyard, a sliding glass door in the back, and an upstairs deck that wrapped around the rear bedrooms. There was also a spiral staircase from that deck that went straight down to the yard.